Hello guys, I don't know how this video is going to go and I'm going to not overthink it because I just tried to film this like a couple of times and I keep restarting it because I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have started like that and maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. And that's actually exactly why me and that thought process is actually the example of why I'm so annoyed about social media and YouTube and all of this stuff and why I'm getting so irritated. Because for those of you who've been on my channel for a while, right, you know that when I rebranded to Queendom TV, your girl was posting every single day, which was my goal, and I love doing it, and I love doing YouTube. I love all you. Shout out to the subscribers, shout out to all y'all in the tribe who hit that subscribe. I really appreciate you guys, and you guys definitely are feeling my vibe and I'm feeling your vibe as well. But sometimes I stop posting, you know, and I stopped posting for a little bit, and I told you guys I don't care about the algorithm. We don't need to talk about all that again. I don't care about the algorithm. I don't like the algorithm, and the algorithm doesn't like me because I'm telling y'all the truth, okay? And the thing I realized is when I stop posting or I feel like I don't really want to say anything, it's usually because I'm not saying what I really want to say. Does that make sense? So like I have all these videos that I'm thinking about posting and I'm like, oh, I could make this video, that video, talk about the Kanye thing right now, all these other topics I've been talking with you guys about, you know, on various social media. And I just feel sick and tired of social media. I feel sick and tired. I feel sick and tired of YouTube. And I'll tell you guys why. I feel like everything is so well, and this is what kind of like sparked me to make this video. Everything is so well done on the internet right now. Like when you watch people's videos, like I was watching a video just before this that then just kind of set me off, right? You watch videos that are so well done, like there's beautiful music in the background and there's lovely, beautiful like makeup and outfits and you know, the people who are speaking in a way that's super scripted and blah, blah, blah and blah, blah, blah. But guess what? Value, zero. Zero value. Zero added value to anybody's life. And then people, and so I'm like, this is why I can't stand about the internet. This is why you guys don't see me on the internet. I don't see, I'm going to be keeping it so real in this video, guys. I don't see the obsession or what's interesting about being an influencer and just posting pictures of yourself constantly. That sounds like vanity to me. That sounds like self-worship, like posting all these pictures. Today, you're showing yourself standing in heels in a green dress. Tomorrow, you're standing with a different look. Like unless it's a fashion thing, like if it's an art thing, then I get it, right? Some people really cultivate their social media to make it like it's art. I love that. You go and do that. I think that's amazing, and I think that is adding value because you're showing yourself, you're creating it like something of that's a product that people can appreciate, right? We all in some way invest in some form of artwork. So I have no problem with artwork. That's why I even always make the distinction when it comes to makeup, that I feel like some people are just makeup artists. They are so good at makeup and it's an art form. And I love to watch people like that. But then there's other people who are just vain, who are just, some women are just trying to thirst trap. Some people are just desperate for attention, whatever it is, right? I just get irritated by this stuff. And I'm just like, with everything that's going on in the world, with so much of the things that people don't know that's happening, because you know what's going to happen, this is probably why I'm getting so annoyed about this, right? I feel like there's so many things that are going to go wrong, so many things are going downhill as we speak right now, right here, right now, in this moment, in this second you're watching this video. Things are going downhill in the world right now, a lot of things. And why are we then going to spend more time just watching things, listening to things, taking in information that means nothing? That means nothing. And it's like the most irritating thing to me. And I'm irritating myself. Like I'm literally not even gonna make a thumbnail for this video. I'm gonna start posting my videos just like this. Every time I see the world becoming more fake, I feel like going backwards. I'm like, okay, forget thumbnails. I almost did this video, in fact, as a live. Actually, I meant to do it as a live. I'm glad I didn't. Maybe I should have, and then I wouldn't have been overthinking it in the beginning. And you know why I'm overthinking it? Because I'm thinking of all the things that you think about when you're a creator, right? That's why when I see stuff online, when I see what people are doing, I know why they do it. Because I'm the person who has a YouTube channel and sees my little, all my stats of when people stopped watching the video, which videos are the most popular, which words do people search and associate with my channel. I see all this stuff, right? And so that's why when I can see people trying to just orchestrate things just for the sake of gaining views, it makes me just literally not give a single damn about that type of stuff. Like I'm like, should I just delete my channel? Because like if I have to be out here, like I'm not going to be out here begging for things and trying to cultivate this and that, and people will then be like, oh well, if you want your channel to grow, I'm like, I don't want my channel to grow. I want people to grow. I want people to grow and to have a growth mindset. I want people to care enough about themselves. You want to talk about self-care? Forget self-care and like, oh, and then I take a week off and I go for a walk with the dog and I do yoga on the mountain, or I go for a hike in California. How about self-love, of loving yourself enough to actually research what's happening in the world so that you can be prepared for what's going on, so you can make the right decisions, right? Rather than wasting your time on all this fakery online, or wasting your time even as a creator trying to make these beautiful videos or these beautiful pictures that mean nothing. That mean nothing. That's why I don't do this, guys. You know why you don't catch me doing all these funny pictures and trying to become an Insta baddie and all this? Because you know how much time that takes? Do you think any of this information I've said to you guys in these previous 545 videos before this video, do you think I would have any of that information to tell you guys if I was instead spending the whole day, or 2 hours doing my makeup, 1 hour doing my hair, trying to get golden hour, standing outside, having a tripod to get 3 photos just to post a picture on Instagram? Do you think that would work? And I'm not saying people have to do what I'm doing. That's why there's people like me who does what I do, right? And so many others. I'm saying it just irritates me that this is actually what people want to do. Like, it's like the stupidest distraction. And that's why sometimes, guys, I don't like to be on social media, because I don't like to remember that I exist in a world where people are so shallow and so fake. It's so annoying, right? And when things are right in front of your eyes, like things are happening that are right in front of people's eyes, like it's not hidden. That's why, I don't know if any of you guys notice. If you notice this, let me know in the comment section if I haven't scared you off by my energy in this video. I changed my banner because I was like, yo, no one's calling me a conspiracy theorist anymore. I am not a conspiracy theorist, because I be speaking so many facts, and there are receipts, and there are receipts that are out there to this day. There are receipts to the point that you can literally see it for yourself in front of your eyes with no effort, and people are still dummies in the world right now. And I'm sick and tired of it. And I feel like this is the energy I'm going to be on now. And you know what's so funny? You know what's so funny? I'm doing this because I actually care. That's why I said self-care, self-love. Sometimes love hurts. You know when people say love hurts? Love hurts when you might be severely overweight and obese, right? And somebody might push you and say, you need to keep pushing. You need to keep trying, you know. You need to go for a walk maybe, or whatever. It might hurt you to do that walk, but guess what? That person loves you because they don't want you to die, because you're increasing your chances of having all these diseases because you're obese, right? Love hurts when you're with the wrong person. You're with a guy who's abusing you, and your friend tells you, you know what? I love you so much. I don't think you deserve this. You deserve better. Yes, it hurts to walk away from this person. It hurts to hear that. There's so much, but guess what? That person might save your life, because maybe the next time he starts beating you up again, you're gonna die, right? Love sometimes hurts. Sometimes someone says something that you deem to be controversial, and it's not that they're a controversial person. It's that they care enough about you that they're okay to go past your comfortability zone enough to help you get onto the safe side. That's the difference here, guys. Do you understand what I'm saying? Think about all the people in the world who do the most important jobs. They are the people who are prepared to make the decisions and the choices that nobody else is prepared to make. A firefighter is ready to run into a burning building. A pilot is ready to take a whole hundreds of people in a multiple ton machine, tens of thousands of feet into the air, and safely take them from A to B, right? Imagine if you mess up in something like that. That's a whole bunch of people's lives that have just been lost. Imagine working as a surgeon, and you're there with somebody's intricate vessels and organs and everything, and if you make the wrong cut, if you just twitch for some reason, or you get a random cramp, you could kill this person on the table, right? This is what I'm talking about. Like, these people, we have to get to the point in society where we just throw these stupid ideas of controversial this, politically correct, and that's the other thing, everything's politically correct. Like, everything's so, oh, you shouldn't really say that, you know, like, oh yeah, well, like, and people will say stuff to me like, oh, you're opinionated. I'm like, I'm not opinionated. We're all opinionated because we all have an opinion. I just say my opinion in a way that's, if we want to talk about societal norms, I'm the freaking princess of breaking away from this. I'm the queen. Forget the princess. I even lost who I was for a second. I'm the queen of going against societal norms. That's me. Not half these people like the societal norms are when women want to be mothers and actually be proud to do something that is one of the most difficult jobs in the world. But no, don't be proud of that because that's a societal norm. What kind of nonsense is that? What absolute kind of nonsense is stuff like this? This is why when I see stuff on the internet and when I'm not in the mood to post videos, I'm like, why am I just going to talk about one other random topic that people don't care about anyway, because they'd rather be scrolling through dumbness on social media all day, and then when things go downhill, complain, oh, like, oh no, the world is so evil, but I'm not taking any of the warnings that are in front of me. I'm not doing anything to go against it. I'm not putting my attention onto the people that can help, because I'll tell you guys something. So much of the stuff that I say to you guys or that I learn, it's people. It's not that I'm just out here just like some, I don't know, and then just drop out of heaven with all this knowledge of the stuff I tell you. There's people who have this information. People spend time writing articles about stuff, how to prepare for this, how to prepare for that. People know what's going on in the world. There are people preparing exactly for what's happening right now and for what's been happening. And that's why I don't really care. Can I tell you something? I feel like so many people's mental health issues right now are self-induced. You stick around people that aren't good for you. You stick doing things you know aren't good for you. You're on social media, which means that I'm not even going to get into all the science of how social media is destroying people's brains. And then you wonder why you suffer from so many mental health issues. Get away from toxic people. Get yourself on a better routine. Do you know what I mean? Sleep some hours, drink some water, go outside instead of scrolling, looking at the same girl, with the same exact girl, with the same exact basic look, other than today it's a green dress, tomorrow it's a red dress, or, you know, whatever else random stuff you watch. Go out there. Instead of, you know what, guys, do you know something I don't do? Do you know what I don't do? I don't listen to a lot of people who get angry, who talk like, you know, all this red pill versus feminism and all these types of subjects, or this community feels that they're the most hard done by. The people are upset right now that Kanye wore White Lives Matter. Do you know something? If you are minding the business that pays you, if you were minding your business, if you're focusing your attention on other things, you wouldn't be even getting annoyed. Because this is how I get annoyed in the first place. That's why I realized stepping away from social media is so great and not spending very much time on it. Because when you're not on social media, then what ends up happening in your life is you don't see things to get triggered. Because in order to get triggered, you have to have a trigger, right? It's like you don't know what you don't know. If you don't know about something, it probably hasn't bothered you. It's like if you're in a relationship and the person you're with is cheating on you, even if they are cheating, you have no knowledge of the cheating yet, you're not yet bothered about it. As soon as you now know that you're being cheated on, that's when it starts to bother you. And that's what it's like online, on social media. And that's why I feel like people are just, it's like people are standing. It's like, to me, it looks as stupid. It looks as stupid as you standing. You see a whole bunch of people are just shooting, right, with a bunch of guns, and you just go and stand in front of there expecting not to get shot. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's why I don't feel like posting. That's why I don't feel like talking. That's why I'm getting irritated by all these people with these beautifully whatever videos and like, oh, it looks lovely and we're all singing and the transitions. And don't get me wrong, guys. Like I said, I think it's important for everybody to do things excellently. So be excellent. You know, do the best you can. Put your best foot forward. I really do truly believe in excellence. But we've replaced excellence as far as the visual as well as the substance portion. Now I feel like it's just all visual half the time. I feel like if you can make yourself look aesthetic enough, if you can make something aesthetic enough, you're gonna go viral. You're gonna be popular, right? It's like when I see people eating. I'll give you guys, these are like just these little things that irk me just a little bit, right? It's like, you see when people you see like this whole cheese pull thing. The cheese pull, you guys know what I'm talking about. I know my accent makes a certain weird sound. It's my blah, blah, blah. You guys get the gist, right? I feel like people right now at this point with this cheese pull thing and getting the like Korean hot dog where you bite it and there's a long cheese pull. I'm pretty sure most of these people don't like the cheese. They just want to see the cheese pull. Do you know how pathetic you look to me? You look so pathetic. And then people be like, oh, I didn't enjoy the thing because there was no cheese pull. Why were you eating it? You're saying that just because you didn't get a cheese pull, now it tastes like trash. Like, that's stupid. Don't get me wrong. I get you're going to be disappointed because you got that. But I'm just saying that that's how superficial, that's how empty we are. Now, we're so empty and it's irritating to me. It's absolutely irritating. That's why I don't want anything to do with people. Because the people I want to do with, the people that I love to be around, who I like to talk to, and this is a lot of my subscribers over here, are people who have growth mindsets, moving forward, wanting to better themselves, wanting to understand, who are compassionate, who are not just going along with things just because it's the societal norm. So the culture now is the societal norm. That's what you don't understand, right? So, and if people that want to move forward, I'll be right there with you. Let's all grow together. That's why we share. I always say to you guys in my comment section, like, I'm sharing my perspective with you, you share me your perspective. We're all going to grow and learn together. But if you're just going to be an ignoramus, you're going to know that something is bad, right? And you're going to stay there, then I don't care anymore. I really don't care. Like, that's just where I'm at. And I know that's not going to be a popular idea, and probably some other things I'm going to say are not going to be popular. And let me tell you, this simple and plain, right here, right now, on Queendom TV, I'm going to be posting, my channel is going to be very different now. I'm telling you this right now, guys. My channel is going to be very different because I'm not going to be one of those creators who panders to the audience just because they're going to get more views if they always post the same type of video in the same type of way. Because guess what? That's not going to help anybody. That's not going to help you guys. It's not going to be me loving you truly. It's not going to help you to learn the stuff that you need to know. You know what is? Real and raw honesty. You know what we don't have on the internet? Real and raw honesty. We do, but it's just not as prevalent. And a lot of those people doing that stuff get shut down. They get shut down immediately. And that's why a lot of people shut up and are cowards. And let me tell you something, guys. Whew, I'm going there. Let me tell you something. Do you know even the Bible considers cowardice a sin, an abomination? Even that, you know why? Because there are lives attached to our decisions. Free will has an impact. When I do or I don't do something, it has an impact. I say things, I use my free will to say things so that no one can ever tell me that I didn't warn them, that I didn't use my free will. People say all the time like, oh no, I didn't know this was happening, or I didn't know I did. You do know and you can know. There is no excuse. We live in the easiest ever time to live on earth to get information. You can literally, YouTube basically is as popular as it is because people make how-to videos about everything. If you care enough about something, you will find a solution. And that's how I feel. Now, that's why I'm sick of people feeling sorry for themselves online. I'm sick of people feeling sorry for themselves in real life. I'm sick of like people having this willful ignorance, which I don't know if I posted that video, but I made a video about that. If I haven't posted it, I'm going to post it after this one, the same time as this one. I'm sick of hearing about all of that. Because there's no excuse. There is so many ways to make money online. If you have phone and you have a Wi-Fi, you can make money. Okay? If there's so many ways to deal with whatever various issues you have, right? This is how do you know how many things I've learned just because of YouTube? Do you know how many things I've learned just because of the internet? Just because I can search things online? Read articles of people that have been through stuff. Do you know how many professionals are giving out free content that you can buy for free? How many free ebooks there are? Free online courses for stuff. And then people having excuses. This is why I just feel like there's no excuse. And this is probably why I haven't been saying anything. Because deep down inside, I knew that what I was going to say was going to sound so extreme and probably upset some people. But guess what? Maybe you needed to be upset today. Maybe that's what needed to happen. Okay? Because sometimes you need something extreme enough to happen to force you out of where you are the place that you are in. So many people I see in the world today, like I've been observing online and in person a lot. And I've been learning a lot because I told you guys my toxic trait in life is that I expect the best in people, right? And so I've been observing and I've realized that so many people, if they just, this is a simple one and I keep mentioning it because it's such a simple one. So many people, if they removed some people out of their life, would no longer struggle with their mental health issues. Some people, if they remove some people from their life, would no longer have the financial problems that they have. Some people, if they stop feeling sorry for themselves, right, would be able to achieve all the things that they want to do for themselves because everything is free. You can literally do everything for free now, basically, guys. It's absolutely ridiculous. And that's why when I see all this stuff on social media that's valueless, these people spending hours buying all these different things just to look good on Instagram, like you put all that time and effort and money to look good on Instagram for people to like you and comment fire, lit, whatever it's going to be under your picture. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for us supporting each other, okay? Because I like to support people when they look good and whatever. But it's just like, how are we really spending our time? Like, let's hold ourselves accountable. Think about the fact, yeah, you guys, I know a lot of people didn't like the whole Molly May saying there's 24 hours, everybody has the same 24 hours, but it's true. The hours that you spend, like when you hear people say the hours you spend on social media, blah, 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 and they sound like they're just like these, like know-it-all whatevers. Think about it. It's true. If you spend 8 hours a day on social media, which is possible even if you have a job and stuff, right? That's the equivalent to a work day. Even if, so you can go to work and then spend another equivalent of a work day still on social media, but then you want to talk about, oh, my mental health is bad, and I actually think, this is why everybody's diagnosing themselves now. Everybody has ADHD, everybody has this. No, most of people don't. I'm so sorry to say it like this, but most people don't. You probably don't have something. What you probably need to do is maybe change your diet. What you probably need to do is maybe change who you're around. What you probably need to do is get off of social media. Change the types of things you're putting into your mind. Understand your personality type. Why isn't that a thing? Isn't it so interesting that we're spending all this time trying to add labels, LGBTQ+, blah, 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 ADHD, this, that, and the other. We're spending all these times with these details, but you know the details we don't talk about? What about just personality traits? Because personality traits tend to be more important for people to succeed in life. Because if you're somebody who realizes that as a personality trait, you're a really good team player, and there's, again, free things you can do online to work out. People work out what type of personality they are, or their horoscope. Oh, that's the one that's irritating me the most. I'm going to do a whole video on that. Oh, my horoscope. How is that helping you progress? It isn't. It's just giving you ways to psychoanalyze yourself, to then make yourself a victim to everything because you have this, that, and the other. How about understand what types of skills you have and let that lead you into your life, onto something that you're actually super good at? Because guess what? When you do that, you'll find you'll actually be really happy. So many people find themselves like in a career path that they love, and they start to do something they love, and they realize, oh my gosh, I actually have the skills to do this. And whether I was good at maths or whether I wasn't, whether I was good at, with science, whether I wasn't, whether I was good at writing or I wasn't, whether I was good at art or wherever I wasn't, all of a sudden those things don't matter. All of a sudden they realize that the people in their life that were around them that were saying they couldn't do anything were wrong and were haters. That's why I say so much about this stuff, guys, because I'm trying to help y'all for really and for real to like spend more time understanding where you're in, because when you understand, like, I look at everything as a game. I love playing games, okay, guys? I'm a gamer in life, okay? I love to play games. I look at things as a game, and I feel like when you're playing a game or when you're in a battle, right? And I love battle-based games as well, right? You have to come up with a strategy. You have to understand your surroundings so that you can understand how to win at the game. That's how I think of everything. That's why I want to instill all this information that I share with you guys. The reason I want to learn it is not so I can sit on my high horse and be like, hello everybody, I know more than you and blah, blah. No, it's so that I can win at this game. Like, I did not come to lose. I didn't even came to win. I am the winner. That's a simple and plain. So when I'm sharing that with you guys, because I'm like basically trying to call out who else is joining the winning team at this point. That's basically what I'm saying. Who's joining the winning team? Because the team I'm on is winning. For sure, because I'm not going to just be out here like not seeing things for what they are. I'm just going to be out here being shocked that, oh no, the government lied. Yes, of course they did. Historically, they've lied. They've always lied. There's always been corruption. Why are you surprised? Why are you surprised to hear about that? Why are you surprised that the police were running away when there was a school shooting happening and the police could have come in and started to prevent it? The ones who are trained, you see what I'm saying? The ones who are trained to go into those situations and protect the people. 21 people died in that Texas school shooting and the police are running away. Why are you surprised? This stuff has been happening. So much of the stuff we see, it's not new. When I start to look into the stuff that I talk about on this channel, even things that are from people who weren't even born at some of the times I'm talking about, I realize that so much of this stuff goes way back. Goes back decades, sometimes even centuries, sometimes even thousands of years, that things have been going on, that you can literally trace it back. So at this point, I feel like, you know, I don't know, maybe I should change my YouTube channel name to The Winning Team at this point. I'm really tempted to do that. Maybe I'm going to change my YouTube channel to The Winning Team, because I just feel like, if that's not where Yous is at, then it might be, listen, you're not going to like it around here. Let's just put it, if you've watched this far through the video, which most people probably haven't, because most people have got the attention span of less than a goldfish at this point, courtesy of TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram Reels, please, let me know if you think I should change my channel name to The Winning Team, because I actually think I'm just going to change it to that. I'm feeling a YOLO moment. I'm feeling like I'm having a YOLO moment. I need to just shift the gears on this channel right now, because I care about everything I've talked about. I care deeply about the entertainment industry. I care deeply about the media industry and all of these things that I've spoken about. But at this point, we'll see, guys. We'll see. But I just felt like I would just say something. I felt like and I don't know if you guys know this, but I do not, like, I literally, for most of my YouTube videos, I literally write the title. Other than the little facts that I need, like I'll note down the important facts, because obviously I don't want to give you guys lies and stuff. But for the most part, when I'm speaking, I'm literally just speaking my thought process. I don't think you guys realize that people don't do that on YouTube. People are like super scripting their videos and then editing it, cutting out the bit where they coughed, cutting out the bit where, you know, the dog barked in the background. I don't do none of that. I don't do none of that because I'm a real person and I got nothing to hide because I'm still going to be on the winning team. You know what? I'm changing the channel today. YOLO, I'm doing it. So yeah, just letting you guys know, I've decided, like, I'm just over all of this. Like, I'm over it. I'm gonna say what I gotta say when I gotta say it, how I want to say it. If the people don't like it, that's on them, it's not on me. I'm just trying to help you people. You know what's funny? You know what's so funny? People look at somebody like myself or other creators like myself who are out there saying the truth, but I'll tell you something and I'll leave you guys with this thought. Look at who looks happy at the end of the day. Because so many of these people online talking about the patriarchy and rights for so-and-so and the planet is ending because of overpopulation, which is a scam. I've told you guys about that already. These people are never happy. I'm like, okay, you got your rights. You got what you wanted. Everybody's talking about what you want. Why are you still so unhappy? Because it's not about that stuff. It's about the fact that they just want to be a victim. And I'll tell you something. You're never going to be happy you're never going to be happy feeling like a victim. Okay? It's never going to happen. We're all a victim to something. We've all been through stuff. Yes, we need to address things head on. Yes, we need to talk about things because things are important. But, you know, and do the healing. Real healing. Not this weird fake healing we have on social media nowadays where people are like, say that they're healed. Like, I saw this on a podcast. Some girl was talking and like when you actually look with like the conscience that God gave us, like outside of what the world teaches you, and you just look at people when they're talking, you can tell the people who are actually okay in the head and who aren't most of the time. And I was one girl and she was on a podcast, right? And she's like supposed to be what you call it, and this is the irony that I find. She's supposed to be like some like psychologist expert or trauma therapy expert, whatever, right? And then she was talking to these other guys and the guys were like, you know, trying to like learn from her expertise or whatever. And then she was like saying how she had to identify her triggers. And so now she knows that when she gets triggered by certain things, that's why she's getting so triggered. And I was like, sis, if you're getting triggered, that doesn't mean you're healed, because you're clearly not healed. Because if you're healed, then it doesn't hurt. If you have a wound, think about this, guys. If you have a cut, right? If you had a cut in your hand and somebody was to put their and let's say you had a cut in your hand, right? Right now, if I touch my hand like this, it doesn't hurt, right? I can't trigger any pain that doesn't exist, right? If I've got a cut here and then I poke it, then I'm triggering the pain. I may have not realized that that there was still a wound there. It wasn't actively hurting, but as soon as I poked it, because it's not fully healed, now it hurts, right? That is not healing. Healing is when you go boop afterwards and you're not triggered. That's why when I see people getting triggered online, I'm like, you need Jesus. You need Jesus, because not because I'm some Looney Tune, not because I'm like I'm off in the clouds, right? But because I'm like, you clearly aren't healed. That woman explaining as a trauma therapist, I'm like, no wonder people aren't getting healed. The trauma therapy people, how many times do psychologists, do you know what, guys? I'm not even going to go there. I'm going to go there, not in this video. A lot of these trauma therapists, psychologists, this, that, and the other themselves, their own life is in tatters. So at what point did we then think that people when did people who can't do something become the ones to tell you how to do the thing that they can't do for themselves? I don't know how we got there. Do you see what I'm saying? So when she's there talking about all her triggers, and I'm thinking, she seems like, I don't know how she talks to anybody, because she seemed like she could get triggered by anything. That doesn't sound like you've been healed and you're a trauma therapist. It sounds like you need the trauma therapy yourself, boo-boo. That's what it sounds like. But anyways, guys, that's all I gotta say. I don't know what's gonna come. I don't know what's gonna change. I don't know what's gonna move. I don't know what's gonna shift. But what I do know is probably I'm gonna change the name of this channel. I've just decided that in this video. And you know what? YOLO. Don't care. Because you know why? I'm going to start talking to the people who actually want to win at life. I'm going to start talking to the people. And then if you're not on that team, and trust me, guys, we're going to be a small team. Because most people don't have what it takes. Most people don't care enough about themselves. And they certainly don't care enough about the others around them to actually do what it takes to win at this game that we call life. And on that note, guys, I'll be signing out. God bless every single one of you. And I'll see you in my next one.